Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today we're diving deep into a fascinating New Yorker article, The Leaning Tower of New York. It's a wild ride, a real estate saga with twists, turns, and a whole lot of lean. Get ready!
Wow, a leaning tower in New York? That sounds incredible. What's the story behind this architectural mishap?
It all starts with Frederick Eklund, a real estate broker, obsessed with securing the listing for One Seaport, a planned all-glass skyscraper on the lower Manhattan waterfront. He makes a deal, sell 20 units in 8 weeks, and he gets the exclusive. And he pulls it off.
Amazing! So, what went wrong? Did the building just start leaning?
Not quite that simple. The problem lies in the foundation. They used a cost-saving soil improvement method instead of the usual pile foundation. A report warned of potential leaning, but they went ahead anyway. The article really emphasizes the risks involved.
So a cost-cutting measure led to a leaning skyscraper? That's a pretty expensive mistake. What about the construction itself? Was it smooth sailing?
Far from it. The construction was plagued with problems. There were safety violations, stop work orders, even a tragic death. A carpenter fell from a faulty platform. The contractor, SSC High-Rise, later pleaded guilty to manslaughter, but the fine was ridiculously low. It's a really sad story.
That's horrifying. So the leaning wasn't the only issue? What happened after the accident?
The leaning became more apparent later. They tried to correct it mid-construction, but that just made things worse. The building is now described as banana-shaped. Imagine the main contractor, Pizzarati, sued Fortis, the developer, citing withheld information about the foundation. It's a legal mess!
A legal mess indeed. So, what's the status of One Seaport now? Is it still under construction?
Construction stopped in 2020 and hasn't resumed. It's now essentially a stalled, leaning skyscraper, a massive eyesore on the Manhattan skyline. It's been vandalized. And there are numerous lawsuits. It's a cautionary tale.
It's incredible how many things went wrong. The article mentions other leaning towers, though. Is this a common problem?
The article points out that leaning towers aren't unheard of, even historically. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is the most famous example, but there are others. However, the scale and circumstances of One Seaport's lean, combined with the other issues, make it truly unique. The article suggests that the high-profile nature of One Seaport, as a luxury condo, amplified the problems.
I see. So it's not just the lean itself, but the combination of factors that makes this story so compelling. What's the future of One Seaport?
That's the big question. Fortis still hopes to finish it someday, but it's hard to imagine. The article ends with a somewhat melancholic tone, highlighting the building's current state as a symbol of failure, a costly mistake, and a cautionary tale in high-rise construction, a real tragedy.
A truly fascinating and cautionary tale. Thanks for breaking down this complex story for us.
You're welcome. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.